I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? I can move aside. I don't have much to bring them.
Who are you?
My name is Filda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
Safe return. Your son is missing?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only Smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud.
No.
But he got separated
No.
somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Do you want to go after him?
The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by Darkspawn that way.
There are Darkspawn in the Deep Roads.
The Deep Roads are where Darkspawn come from. They descend for miles into the earth, and we must patrol them constantly or be overrun. I lost my husband to them. If I lost my son the same way...
We shouldn't abandon him. I'll look for him if you want.
How? There is no way except to brave the Deep Roads yourself.
I'm a Grey Warden. It's what we do.
Warden? So you could do it. Only wardens face the Deep Roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers. Please, find me as soon as you return.
Okay. Mother's hope, baby. I didn't know what the Deep Roads are, which is probably a problem.
Maker's blessing on you, brother.
May his divine spirits always light your way.
Ah, it's a great pleasure to meet a fellow believer. I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light.
Even in the very bowels of the earth, we hear no end of this chant.
And that is something to rejoice in, good sister. I'm
Sister.
petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
Whose permission do you need to open a
The
chantry?
Shaper controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting.
Do you want me to talk to him for you?
Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
Okay. The chant in the deeps. I see what they did there. We'll do that. Let's get the last quest here.
Excuse me, do you have a Oh, I actually was talking to your companions, or are you from the surface too?
Yes, you could say that.
Oh, wonderful. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
Circle of Magi?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
Why wouldn't they?
No dwarf has ever studied at the Circle of Magi. I guess you never read First Enchanter Capelyn's treatise concerning dwarfs and the non-heritability of magic.
No, I never read that.
They tested dwarfs from 20 bloodlines and found they couldn't perform any level of spell casting, regardless of lyrium exposure or time on the surface. The Circle speculates that lyrium in the stone shields us from spiritual influences, and over time made us immune to them.
So what do you want to do with the circle?
I want to go to the Circle to study.
I assure you that desire will depart the moment you arrive.
I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing.
What would the messenger get?
What do you mean? Oh, you're looking for payment. My father's shop refines lyrium for smithing. If you help me, I'm sure I could get you some.
I'll talk to you first enchanter next time I see him.
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smith caste. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperium's Verticum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
No, she's approving everything I do. I like her. Let's see how her approval rating's going. Ooh, +8. Ooh, baby. Alright. Oh, what's up here? Is this the high roads?
The deep roads are home to
Oh,
the
deep
Darkspawn
road.
now. Oddly, they're supposed to be safer to travel during a blight.
Might as well go do that one quest right now. Sure. Excuse me.
Sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesha's permission.
Are you kidding me?
And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
Will you let me pass?
Into the deep roads? Not without a full unit of soldiers to back you, my friend. Or Adesha's permission to risk yourself. Orzammar can't afford to lose its citizens or honored guests on casual visits to the deeps.
Darkspawn the only danger in these times?
Of course not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders, deep stalkers, and other vermin.
Deep stalkers?
Ugly beasts they are. Walk on two legs, but they have the head of a worm and hunt in packs. Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group their own size.
Are there no dwarves past this point?
A few outposts. Legion of the Dead mostly, fools that they are. Some scavenger types too.
Legion of the Dead?
You know the Legion, don't you? Anyone who can bear arms can join, no matter his crimes. Or sanity. They hold a funeral when they join, and swear their only goal is a glorious death.
Will you let me pass?
Into the deep roads? Orzammar can't afford to lose its citizens or...
Well, I should go. You butt. What the, who am I supposed to talk to? Whatever, let's put this one on for now.
I can't believe it. I heard a dwarven Grey Warden came to Orzammar and I couldn't help but hope. Look at you.
Oh, hey, it's you.
The returning hero.
Took me a
And
second
with
there.
quite the unusual entourage.
Rika, is that you under all those jewels?
Can you imagine? As of last month, I'm a royal concubine to House Iduken. They've moved Mother and me into the palace. You could fit our whole neighborhood just in the bathing room. I wish you could meet little Endrin, but they don't let me bring him outside the royal nursery.
Your mother?
Little Endrin was born right before his grandfather died. His grandfather, the king. Can you believe it? My son is an Iduken. The future king of Orzammar spends his nights in my bed. Barat was a toad, but I have to thank him for teaching me to read, dance, massage, and whatever else Balin sees.
Oh, Balin, that's what I'm gonna go see. Then are you gonna be queen?
Of course not. His wife will be queen.
Oh, that was a dumb
But
question.
my son is a prince. Your nephew could sit on the throne of Orzammar.
I'm sure the assembly will see reason and vote Balin in.
Then you've heard. This Lord Harrimont is a terrible man. Balin told me all about him. Balin thinks his brother and Lord Harrimont conspired to frame him for Trian's murder. He's lucky he caught his brother red-handed. When the king sent him away, Balin cried for weeks. Tell me you don't believe these horrible rumors.
Of course, Balin's my brother now.
Thank you. It's been a little scary, I have to confess. Some people are so angry with him. They'd come after us if they could. But this isn't why you're back, is it? All the news from the surface says terrible things are happening. Darkspawn attacks and a civil war among the humans.
New blight is beginning.
Ancestors save us. I was afraid you'd say that. I hate this. Until there's a king, the Assembly would let the world collapse rather than bow to anyone's better judgment. But I can introduce you to Vartag Gavorn. He's Balin's chief lieutenant. He could help you if anyone could.
Great, take me there.
He may be suspicious at first. Don't take it personally. It's been so hard to tell who's against us.
Well, I'm for you guys. Right there with you.
Rika,
Ooh,
I'm at
tap
the
that, brother.
Assembly. This is no place for a woman. What do you mean by this?
Vartag, this is my brother. He comes on behalf of the Grey Wardens, with dreadful news.
Of course, I wasn't thinking. It would be hard not to notice the Grey Warden and his eclectic entourage. I hear you seek the aid of Orzamar's finest.
Mm-hmm. Need aid against the blight.
Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Mm-hmm. Can I talk to Balin?
You must understand, Haramond hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper.
What must I do to prove my good intentions?
Haramond has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Haramond's deception, I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
What kind of evidence?
Haramond promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Haramond can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Haramond gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
I'll find Lady Dace and Lord Helmy right now.
Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at Tapster's in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
Alright, let's go do that here. Which one would that be? This one? Yeah. I got the Tapsters first, because I think I know where that is. No.
The assembly
Yeah,
is
not
in session.
there.
Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
I don't want to observe. Boring.